Hey fellow farmers, this is Bunto, and today I'm going to be showing you my Dragon's b10 speed team. Of course, it's featuring my Double Tarqs. If you watch my Giants b10 team, you will realize these guys are here again. And later on, you will see that I also use them in Necros. They are so good. I totally recommend building them if you have nothing to build and you're working on your DB10 teams. Yeah, your b10 teams, totally build Tarqs. They are great. Okay, so so let's go into the stats. So these are the stats, and these are his runes here for verde. He is on Rage Revenge, just because I wanted to do more damage. I don't want him to be kind of there and just be useless, because people have him on HP, and he does no damage, but he's just there to speed up the team. But I also want him to do damage. So with this build and these stats, he's actually able to one-shot the crystals on his second skill when Galleon does time to loot. So it's pretty good. Okay, so just pause whenever you feel like to look at these two runes here. Okay, so these are his stats here. Of course, you always want verde to have at least 200 speed or close to it, and then you can just do whatever you want for his other stats. Of course 200 speed and 100% crit rate, and then and then just do whatever you want for the other stats for your team, depending on what you need him for. If you're building him attack, like attack on slot 6, and you're not completing it, that probably means that your team's not strong enough yet. So just put an HP there to make it more successful. Okay, and these are my verts, my Tarqs here. Both of them are very similar. You just want them to have about double their own attack, just so that their second skill ambush is able to one-shot the crystals again when Galleon does time to loot. And also the group hunt is very good. It reduces cooldown of whichever monster is brought into the team attack, and also they do their skill 1, which in 3 monsters, so that could be like 30 or 40,000 HP depending on who he brings into attack. Okay, and of course you want them to be fast too, because gets more turn, and on violent they get again more turns. The cooldowns are less on the group hunt, and also less on Galleon's time to loot. So that's why it's very crucial to have the Tarqs fast. So I have him here at 195. I think like minimum you want him to be like 180 or 170. Yeah, I think at least 180 if you want it to be more consistent. Okay, and the crit rate of course is 75 here. You want that to be at least 70, 85 preferably. I tried to rune him for it, but I just didn't have the runes to spread out between all of my guys, unfortunately. So yeah, hopefully next free rune removal, this will be 85 at least. Okay, so yeah, these are his runes here. All right, and let's check out the other Tarq. Again, you're going to see very similar. This one is a little bit more stronger, but a little bit slower. Okay, and of course Galleon. It's very important to have Galleon as your fastest guy. Of course, you want him to time to loot and armor break everybody before anyone else moves, so then they have an easier time to kill them. And of course you want like 100% accuracy. I know some people will say, but 85, that's all you need, because there's always that built-in 15% chance to resist. Yes, there is, but having 100% just makes me feel better. I don't know if it does anything. I mean, he still gets resisted from time to time, but it just makes me feel better. Okay, so yeah, these are his runes here. Again, feel free to pause when you want to have a closer look. And yeah, I have Theomars on the 5th slot as the extra damage dealer. Not really much to say here. You just want this damage dealer to, I mean, you can fit like almost anybody here as long as they do good damage. Like a theo here would be so good, but I don't have a theo, so I have to settle with Theomars. All right, so he is on speed, crit damage, attack. These two runes are really bad, but yeah, I don't have that much runes to go around. Especially I pulled my Camilla recently, so I had to give her some runes. But anyways, yeah, again, just feel free to pause to look at the runes here. They're not that great. So yeah, so in this slot, this damage dealer, pretty much you want them to do consistent damage like all the time, and be pretty speedy too. So once I upgrade this rune, he should be like closer to 175 mark. And yeah, with these stats, he's able to one-shot the crystals on his first and second skill, which is good enough for me. So if you see the trend here, Vert could one-shot only on his second skill, of course. Tarq can one-shot on his second and third skill, and theo can one-shot on his first or second skill. The only one doesn't have a capability of one-shotting here is the Galleon. Of course, if I put him on crit damage on slot 4, when he crits, he may be able to, but I do use him in Guild Wars, so I do need him to live. So he does need the extra HP there. Okay, so I'm just gonna start now. Been talking too much. But yeah, I just wanted to explain how this team kind of works. I mean, just because you have these monsters doesn't mean it'll work for you right away. It took me a while actually to kind of figure out how I can use Double Tarq. And yeah, like when I first started, I used it. They only had like 50 crit rate, and they're very slow. And yeah, it didn't work because they weren't doing enough damage. Like in this speed team, you need to do a ton of damage. The whole point is to kill the dragon before he kills you, pretty much, right? Before he can take a turn. And for this team, you want to kill him like before he gets immunity on, or as close as you can to like hurting him as much as you can, close down to like maybe the 20% mark before he gets his immunity on. Okay, so yeah, so you're seeing how it goes here. Yeah, just the group attack really helps, because it also brings in, it does a lot of damage, and then it also brings in the Vert, and Vert gets more turn. He's just gonna use his attack and boosts up attack bar even more, so puts you at more of an advantage of having more turns. So yeah, so you can see here this team did about minute and 9 seconds. I think, yeah, the fastest was 101. I really wanted to break 1 minute, but unfortunately that never happened. Yeah, I need I need like a Tarq or something. I need something that does more damage. But anyways, yeah, this team is actually very easily to obtain, I would say, besides the Vert and Galleon, of course. But if you're looking to do a speed dragons team, you're going to want to have these two on your team anyways. They're kind of like a prerequisite for you to do it. I mean, you can do a speed dragons team without them, but it's really hard to do around the 1 minute mark without them. I mean, you could, but you're probably gonna need like 2 Tarqs and a Zeratul. For those of you who are on Reddit, you've seen it. Hey, someone did like under a minute with no Vert, no Galleon, and they were using like 2 Tarqs. No, was it not Tarq? Sorry, theo. Like 2 theo and like Zeratul or something crazy like that. But anyways, yeah. So besides Vert and Galleon, these guys are very attainable. Tarq's a 2-star, so you can get them from shop or the unknown scrolls, which you probably have thousands of. Like I have like 6,000 or 5,000 of them. So many scrolls, so many unknown scrolls. And of course, theo you can get them from the guild shop, from the Ifrit scrolls. You just gotta pray to come to us that you don't get too many Amirs. But anyways, yeah, so pretty much yeah, this is the team. Actually, you can fit somebody else here. Let me show you. You may or may not have Lisa, depending on when you started playing. Lisa also works here too as well. Actually she's more safe. It's a little bit slower because one, her animation is really slow, and two, she can only one shot on her team attack / cleanse. But yeah, so if you use her at all in raid in R4 or R5, you should have her. So yeah, again, another monster that you may or may not have, but she is very common, so you might have her. So yeah, you can try her with this team. It actually works. Of course, this does do a little bit less damage, but she does have the strip on her second skill, and her AI here is very, very smart. She will use that when the boss has immunity on him, which is really, really nice. Because sometimes, well, with this team, of course, you're doing less damage, so you're not going to be able to kill the boss before he gets immunity on. Chances are with this team, he will get immunity on, and then you just gotta wait for Lisa to cleanse that off, to remove it. Only downside really is if she has her cleanse off, she will use that instead of the strip. Okay, so yeah, you see there she did use it, which is good. So now you're gonna see the tower there, the right tower is gonna put immunity on, and she's gonna just remove it. Okay, that's, yeah, just wait for it. And then she removes it. Okay, Galleon. Okay, so yeah, so then there she removes it. This team is a little bit safer, but it's actually a little weird actually. Depending on what happens, this may be safer, this may not be safer. Sometimes it's just better to kill him quicker, the dragon quicker, than to let him have turns and let him have immunity on. But yeah, for my current setup, it doesn't really work with Lisa. It works more with a damage dealer there. Oh hey, a legendary flat attack 4-star rune. Violent too. Thanks, come to us. I did not need this whatsoever. So anyways, yeah, you can see that it's pretty slow here, right? So again, just because you have the monster doesn't mean that you can do it. You have to build it so then it works with each other. Okay, so yeah, so if you have the monsters, totally try this out. Just tweak their stats until it works. Again, it took me a while to figure this out. The best day, of course, to try this is on free rune removal day. Right? So yeah, I mean, that's what I did yesterday, which was that day. Yeah, I mean, this team was already working. I just got it to work more consistently and a little bit more quicker, because before I think it was around like a minute and 20 to a minute and 30 seconds. Now I got it down to about 1 minute and 5 seconds to a minute and 15 seconds. So yeah, so just work on it. You've got these monsters, totally try it out. Of course it may or may not work, but trial and error, right? So just keep trying until it works out. Of course, if you have like a really strong nuker that is not win, totally stick them in this spot. It will still work. It will still work. All right, so yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you have any questions about this, feel free to leave a comment below and ask. I will answer. Okay, so yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment, watch my other videos, and until next time, happy farming.